What is financial freedom? Everyone has experienced the panic that descends over them upon seeing the cost of an unforeseen auto repair. How are we going to cover that expense? What if, though, a car repair was only a little inconvenience? You pay the bill without second guessing, without fear. You've lost all recollection of it a week later. It has a negligible impact on your financial status. No emergency exists, not even a hiccup. You have a safety net, so the next time a pandemic or recession strikes and you miss a paycheck, you won't panic and can stop depending on the government. You can concentrate on the numerous drawbacks of the crisis rather than where your family will eat its next meal. Hello 101 community, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be talking about financial freedom and what are do's and don'ts. But before we begin, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to never miss any updates. The majority of people have financial freedom as a goal. Financial independence is sometimes defined as having enough cash on hand, savings, and investments to support the lives we want for our family and ourselves. It involves conserving money so that we can retire or pursue our preferred vocations without being driven by the need to earn a specific quantity of money each year. We must make our money work for us rather than against us if we want to be financially independent. To attain financial freedom, you must pay off your consumer debts, build a safety net of savings, and produce enough passive income from investments or business owners to meet your current and anticipated future living expenses. Our most critical financial goals are thwarted by increasing debt, money emergencies, excessive consumer spending, and other problems. Everyone faces these difficulties, but adopting the next 12 behaviors may put you on the right path to financial wellness. Financial struggles compel us to make impulsive decisions. For other people, this means falling into the trap of living lifestyles they cannot afford and making investments that will drain their riches. All you need is a plan to help ensure you don't get caught up in financial traps. You could always start by avoiding the tricks that lead to entrapment. Although many people would find the execution challenging, I'm here to prove it's not. The solutions may frequently look simple, just like those trying to lose weight, for example, burn more calories than you consume. But for most people, getting in shape is difficult. It necessitates self-control and deliberate effort. The same is true with money. Financial hardships force us to act impulsively. Others may interpret this as succumbing to the trap of leading extravagant lives and making risky investments that would deplete their savings. If you want to break out of your cage, or even better, completely avoid it, all you need is a plan you can use to avoid falling for tricks that result in financial entrapment. Although many might consider the execution difficult, I'm here to show that it isn't. The remedies may often seem straightforward, however, getting in shape is a challenge for most people. It requires restraint and conscious effort. With money, the same is true. There are a few crucial measures that can be taken in order to move towards financial freedom. What does financial independence mean to you? With limitless resources, you could spend your days exploring the world, learning new things, and filling your life with joy. What goals do you have for your life? Determine how much money you'll need in order to achieve your ideal level of financial freedom. Determine how much you'll need to save to support the lifestyle you described in the previous stage. Your anticipated annual spending will determine how much money you'll need to save. Save as much as you can. When you achieve financial freedom, you're no longer dependent on a steady income stream and instead have the resources to last and be protected in emergencies. No matter what your savings objectives may be, you'll get closer to achieving them by continuing to save as much as you can. Live within your means and save the rest. If possible, it's advised that you spend less than you make to achieve financial freedom. Up pops the new question in your head: how much cash do I need to be financially independent? As was previously said, there's no certain sum of money that somebody should aim for in order to become financially independent. The amount will change based on the person and their lifestyle objectives. However, in most cases, the sum of money required to achieve financial independence is determined by both your annual income and anticipated expenses. The multiply by 25 rule is a useful formula that people use to determine how much money they should set aside for retirement and can also be used to determine financial freedom. If you liked the video so far, press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to develop yourself financially and want to take your future into your own hands, check the links in the video description. You can also support the channel by visiting our merch shop and buy one of our products. The link is also in the description. Let's continue with the video. 5 money mistakes to avoid for financial independence. Not having a specific financial objective. We frequently don't want to take the time to sit down and strategize our finances when we're too busy with work and other obligations. But taking your money seriously is challenging when you're unsure of your financial objectives. What financial goals do you have? What stage of your journey are you at? Knowing which phase you're in will help you be more specific about what you need. Lack of an emergency fund. We learned from 2020 that there's no such thing as a secure source of income. The pandemic led to numerous layoffs, and the economy appears to be headed into a recession now that things are beginning to return to normal. Emergencies, catastrophes, pandemics, and wars all occur. The question is not whether, but rather when. And if you don't have any additional money saved up, your only option is to rely on more expensive methods of survival. This could entail getting a cash advance, running up high-interest credit card debt, relying on payday loans, and other similar actions. Don't start saving a sizable sum of money right away, though. Relying just on one source of income. Having more options will provide you more freedom than a greater paycheck will. If you only have one source of money, living in constant terror of your job or client is simple. Your income is at risk, as you are aware. It's common to say yes to everything when you're afraid, which can make you an easy target. However, things don't have to be that way. You can start a side business, work in a profession with many job opportunities, or put money into stocks or real estate investments. Naturally, these things take time to develop. If you want to be in a better position for the future, it pays for you to invest in yourself. Spending less of your time and attention on products can help build up your self-esteem and better prepare you for whatever comes next. You feel more at peace when you have more options. Best of all, you're in charge of your life. Isn't that what we all desire now? Purchasing a car that you don't need. Let's briefly discuss cars in relation to consumerism. I strongly desired to purchase a BMW 3 Series Coupe years ago, but I lacked the necessary funds. Before I understood it wasn't the car I wanted, I searched everywhere for methods to buy it. I wanted the BMW primarily for social purposes. I figured people would like me more if I owned a nice-looking car. An excellent rule of thumb to follow when buying a car is only to buy a car if you have the funds to pay for it, without using your emergency savings or a loan. If you need a loan for a car, choose one that meets the bare minimum of requirements. Something that requires less maintenance, insurance, and gasoline. And it would be best if you didn't base your choice on your ego or desire to appease others. Failing to invest when you can. You wind up working much harder and for much less value when you don't let your money work for you. As time passes, inflation rises and the pressure to work harder increases. You can make the most of the compounding effect through passive investments. How can you tell when you're ready to invest? When your financial situation stops bleeding, you also have an emergency fund that can cover all your costs for 6 months in a safe savings account. If you don't have experience as a trader, investment is not a great financial option. That's the purpose of your work in business. Instead, try investing with a passive strategy to find peace of mind. How to attain financial freedom in 10 years. Revenue from a job you love. Your human capital, as used in economics, refers to your capacity to generate revenue through employment or company ventures. Even if it's not a job we want, most of us accept a job doing something we're competent at. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has bills to pay, and employers aren't lining up to offer you your ideal remote job. That's why I decided to design it myself. Here's how I did it. I started by discovering a subject I have loved studying my entire life. That was personal finance for me. For you, it might be baking or mixed martial arts. Then I discovered a side business that gives me scalable revenue that allows me to commercialize that topic. Scalable income is a fancy way of saying that there's no upper limit to how much I could potentially make. Although it seems easy, let me assure you that it's very difficult. You could leave your day job right now if it were that simple. Making it your side gig rather than your full-time career is sensible because it's not simple and there's a large danger of failure. The true benefit of keeping this as a side business for the time being is that it enables you to preserve 100% of your side business money and jumpstart the development of your investment income. In the past, I've attempted to develop scalable side businesses but failed. It's deflating when it fails, but life-altering when it succeeds. With the money I make from my scalable side business, I've been able to invest $75,000 in the stock market over the last 3 years. Control living expenses. We've only discussed income thus far, which makes up half the equation for financial freedom. If you're serious about achieving financial independence, you should give your living expenses equal attention to the other side of the equation. The issue arises when people start earning significantly more money and spending much more. It's a practice known as lifestyle inflation, and it's the simplest method to guarantee you'll never be financially independent. Because I managed to keep my biggest living expenses in check, I was able to save a lot of money, even as my salary climbed. I don't second-guess spending $5 on a coffee or taking my wife out to dinner. But I am rigorous about keeping my big 3 living expenditures in check: housing, transportation, food. Most people's most significant financial decisions include where they reside and how they get around town. So pay attention to your housing and transportation expenditures if you want to lower your living expenses and hasten the process of reaching financial independence. Live in the smallest house you can manage. Take the bus if you can. And if not, drive the ugliest yet safest car you can find. If you can accomplish that, you'll be close to finding the answer to the equation for financial freedom. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon so you'll be notified of every update. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the video description. And while you're here, I'm sure you want to continue on the path of financial education. Click to watch the video appearing on your screen right now. I'll see you there. Take care and stay tuned.